When it comes to Hugh Grant's love life, he doesn't seem to show much sense or sensibility. The actor has been infamous for his unbelievable extramarital affairs, but despite his controversial beliefs on monogamy, these days, it seems he has changed his ways. From how he was arrested with a prostitute, to how he had 3 children with 2 different women in a little over a year, to how the eternal Bachelor finally made marriage moves. We know, it's a lot. Hugh Grant has quite the list of women he has been with, dated, and everything in between. From Sandra Bullock and Drew Barrymore to many more, he has certainly kept himself busy over the years. There was one woman that captured Hugh's heart in 1987, and that was Elizabeth Hurley. The British actress was best known for her role as Vanessa Kensington in Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery. The pair met on a set, as per usual, and this sparked their 13-year-long on-again, off-again romance that also pinned them as the tabloid's favorite couple. From the outside looking in, their relationship seemed pretty great, which is why what happened in 1995, 8 years into their relationship, was so shocking to the public. Grant had just finished filming 9 Months. It was believed to be his next big gig after 4 weddings and a funeral, which put him on the map. He was doing many press conferences to promote the new film, and those brought him to LA. It was here that he was arrested with 23-year-old sex worker Divine Brown.
I remember the night of the event calling my agent, who never says anything negative about anything. Everything's great. And I said, hi, Richard. So I've just been arrested with this hooker. Is that bad? And he said, oh, that's not great.
The scandal remains one of the most notorious celebrity stories of the 90s. The front pages of the tabloids read Hugh and the Hooker, or Hugh Dirty Dog, alongside his rather sheepish mugshot. After being arrested for lewd conduct, the actor was released on a $250 bail, but it was what came after that was most surprising and memorable. Grant's decision to own up to his actions, get ahead of the story, and embrace what he did wrong was one of the greatest celebrity apologies ever. Many thought it would destroy his career, but instead it boosted it. Fresh out of jail, the Bridget Jones actor released a statement. Last night I did something completely insane. I have hurt people I love and embarrassed people I work with. For both things, I am more sorry than I can ever possibly say, he said. 11 days after his arrest, Hugh appeared on Jay Leno's talk show. The host asked the actor a very revealing question.
Let me start with question number 1. What the hell were you thinking?
Grant's appearance on the show was a masterclass in self-deprecation. He appeared to show genuine remorse and a lot of discomfort. It's not easy explaining. People have given me tons of ideas on this one, from I was under a lot of pressure, I was lonely, I fell down the stairs when I was a kid, but I think it would just be bollocks to say anything like that, he said.
I think you know in life pretty much what's a good thing to do and what's a bad thing, and I did a bad thing, and there you have it.
His humility proved a success. The movie he was promoting made a ton of money, and his punishment was minimal. He had to pay a $1,000 fine, 2 years summary probation, and participation in an AIDS education program. If anything, his public image was better than ever. The no sex, please, we're British trope, which Grant so often seemed to embrace, had been entirely suppressed. Divine's life was also changed for the better after the scandal. While she was undeniably used by the press and paid £100,000 by news outlets to describe the actor's penis, she was ultimately able to make a better life for herself. Nowadays, she lives in a home with a white picket fence and 2 kids. Everything worked out for the better. It helped me turn it into something positive. I was blessed that it could get me out of that lifestyle, she said. Divine went on to speak about people's perception of the star, and she had his back. Why are people always trying to slander him and make him seem like such a bad guy? Evidently, a lot of women don't care about his behavior. He has a thirst for living on the edge. I don't regret meeting Hugh Grant that night, she said. Divine does occasionally wonder what life would have been like if she had ended up with a Hugh Grant love child. Those should have been my mansions. I had him first. If we had got together, I bet that he wouldn't have been cheating because I would have fulfilled all his fantasies, she said. The scandal naturally jeopardized his relationship with Elizabeth, and the pair went their separate ways, but only after several months. They got back together under a year later, and then after 5 years, they split for good.
And, I mean, we've been apart for longer than we were together now, because we were together for 13 years. and then we've been best friends for 15. Quite nice.
After his split from Hurley, he went on to date Jemima, and the pair even got engaged. Sadly, it didn't take long for their relationship to come crashing down. Hugh never really believed in marriage for many reasons. He felt as though he had too much career ahead of him and a home life would keep him away from that. However, he always did say he would keep his thoughts open to the idea of settling down and breeding. I'm not a massive believer in marriage. I think it is a recipe for mutual misery, and there is something unromantic about marriage. You're closing yourself off. Do I think human beings are meant to be in 40-year-long monogamous, faithful relationships? No. No one's ever said that that's a good idea, he said. In 2011, Grant met Ting Lan Hong. She had just graduated from university and was a receptionist at a Chinese restaurant. After their first meeting, Hugh made frequent visits to the restaurant, and they began dating. After dating for a few months, the couple decided to call it quits. No one knows why they split, but not long after, Ting Lan discovered she was pregnant. Despite the separation, Hugh did everything possible to support the soon-to-be mother of his child and moved her into a £1.2 million house. The house was located less than a mile from his home. Hugh was about to welcome his first child at the tender age of 51. The kicker of this story is that he had met Anna Eberstein and began dating her around the time of his split from Ting Lan, and Anna fell pregnant at around the same time as her. He moved his second baby mama into his house as the pair were still dating. Both the women welcomed their children in 2012. But then, Hugh had an affair with Ting Lan even though he was still with Anna, and she fell pregnant again. This made the actor a father of 3 in the space of 15 months. Despite the affair, Eberstein stayed with Grant and went on to have 2 more children with the actor. This made him a father of 5 in just 4 years. Even with his controversial views on marriage and kids, he now admits he was very incorrect. Hugh revealed how his perceptions of marriage and children have changed in recent years, saying, "Well, I was wrong. I was just plain wrong. And children, I used to roll my eyes. People would say, 'Oh, Hugh, you don't understand it.' But they were right."
And you have a child now. Congratulations,
Thank
being
you.
a brand new dad.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. It was, I can't pretend it wasn't a little bit of a surprise.
Right.
But it's a very nice surprise.
The actor said that having children was the nicest thing that ever happened to him. He loves to have them around and can't understand how he can love someone more than himself and how they love him back. He also spoke of a funny game he plays with his kids. "It's always amusing to put your underpants on your head. My little girl at 2 likes her nappies on my head. Everyone was right all these years saying, 'Hugh, why don't you have some children? It changes your life.' Now that I have a child, it is life-changing. I recommend it. Get some," he said. The last remaining viewpoint the Sense and Sensibility actor had that he changed was marriage. In 2018, Anna and Hugh got married, but only for practical reasons, of course. "My wife agrees with me that marriage is a pretty preposterous social construct, but when you've got 3 children, it's a nice thing to do," he said. Another surprising twist in this story is that Grant still remains friends with Elizabeth Hurley, his ex-girlfriend that he cheated on with a prostitute. You remember?
Well, he remains my best friend to this day, but I'd say this if he was sitting here, he used to really annoy me. Actually. Yeah, I love him, but
Yes.
He's very annoying. Did he
Okay.
annoy you when he was here?
Despite the reasons behind their split, adultery and arrests, they are still close, and he's even the godfather of her son. I'm still extremely good friends with Hugh. We went through so much together. We haven't been romantically involved for 20 years, and we have such a strong friendship, but we're always very aware that there are other people in our lives. You can't just live in a lovely, rosy mist of the past. You have to move with the times and be very respectful of the present, which we are, she said. Well, isn't that sweet? Nowadays, Hugh Grant is living a private life with his 5 kids, his wife, and Ting Lan Hong. He prefers to stay out of the spotlight, even though his career was once his only priority. We are happy that he found happiness, and hopefully he has changed his womanizing ways, at least for his wife's sake. Let us know in the comments below what you think the craziest part of Hugh Grant's life was. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Hollywood stories. As always, this was Rumour Juice. Be well and be kind.